This is the Dreo Smart Humidifier, and in this video I wanted to share with you my experience using it and go through its features and functions that it has. That way if you're interested in it, hopefully this video will just help you learn more about it. So I'll put a link to the product in the description below, so let's do it. First of all, I want to go through its functions. So basically it has a power button right here to turn it on, and then it just immediately starts humidifying your room. There's two different ways to use it. It has 3 different speed modes right here, 1, 2, and 3, and that will dictate how much humidity it's pumping out of it. Or you can hit the auto button and you can set an exact humidity percentage that you want your room to be at, and then it will smartly be able to figure out that percentage and then adjust your room to be that specific humidity. So that's kind of a cool touch. It also has a little light button right here to toggle off the lights. That way if you're using this at nighttime, it doesn't keep you up. Taking a look at the device itself, it has a little swivel top up here which allows you to change the direction of the steam. That way you don't get your wall covered in steam, or if you had a lamp or a light right next to this device, you can kind of direct the steam to go away from it. And then, let me shut it off for you. Then you can remove the lid altogether, and this makes it really convenient and easy to fill up if you need to just pour more water into it. That's really nice. And it's also nice that you can just take this whole top piece off and go fill it up in the sink too if you want to do it that way, which is typically what I've been doing. It just is a little bit faster and easier for me to just take this whole disc part with me to go fill it up, so that's what I've been doing. Also, being able to lift up this whole top portion makes it really easy to clean. You can clean this very easily, and you can also clean the base of this really easily as well. Taking a look at the back of this, it has a little spot right here that pops out which has a little pad on it, and you can put essential oils on that or any other aromas you might have to scent your air, and I've been doing that. I just recently put some peppermint on it, which makes the air smell a lot better, so I like doing that. The reason that you put your aroma on the pad in the back versus actually inside the tank is because it keeps the whole device cleaner, and then it also keeps it functioning better. That way nothing breaks in it. It will last longer, so that's why they have you put it in the back. This product also comes with an app, so you can control all those functions and settings directly from your phone. You can turn it on right here with your phone, and then you can also toggle through the same exact settings that this has, so you can change it to a certain speed level, whether you want it on 1, 2, or 3, and it will adjust how much mist it's producing. I typically don't like using apps. I prefer when I can control all the functions directly on the device itself, but it is convenient when you're out of the house or you're in a different room and you want to turn it on. It's nice to be able to do that from your phone. You don't have to go get up and turn it on. The other thing that you can't control just with these buttons up here is you can't mute it. So when you first get it, it makes all these beeping noises, and through the phone app is how you actually disable that. So that's the button right there, and now you can hear it making those beep noises every time you change its setting. So I prefer to have it muted, so you have to do that through the app. Also through the app, you can set a timer for this to shut off after a certain duration. You can also set a certain schedule, so you can set up like a calendar throughout the week so that it does different functions on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. And you can also see the results of your humidity levels over time. You can see kind of like a chart of yesterday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, what was your humidity level. So it does all that through the app, so you just get a little more insight and a little more functionality through the app. You can also change the different color settings as well on the app. I forgot to mention that, but that is something else you can do. So this is the Dreo Smart Humidifier, but then I also have another similar product to this. This one is LEVOIT or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this one is a very similar product. It's also a smart humidifier, and you also can just toggle on the button through this control screen right here, and then it produces mist for you. So this is a comparable unit to this one, and they honestly perform a lot of the same functions. So some of the differences I noticed between these products is, one, the Dreo one comes with a light, so if you like having that ambient light at nighttime, which I kind of do, it kind of works as like my night light, then you might want to go with the Dreo one because it has that little light inside of it. As far as their function though, they operate very similarly. Another difference I noticed is that this LEVOIT one only has a high and a low setting, whereas the DREO one has 3 different levels instead of 2, so you can kind of fine tune that a little bit more. The size of the tanks are exactly the same. They're 3 liters, so although this one sits up a little taller, they actually hold the same amount of water capacity inside of them. They both come with these swivel tops, which is nice. Another thing I noticed when I was watching back the footage is I feel like the DREO device pushes the mist out farther into the air, and I think it actually does cover a larger square footage, and that's because the airflow is a little bit stronger, and then I think the mist is a little bit more fine, so it just does a better job at getting through the whole room. They're both smart units, so again, you can just set the desired humidity level and then they will automatically adjust. They will turn up higher and they will even shut off if it's reached the desired humidity level, so they operate the same way that way. This LEVOIT one also comes with an app which is basically identical to the DREO one. However, they have like a plant function, so if you're like trying to grow a garden, you can choose what plant you have and then it will let you know the recommended level of humidity you should have to improve the growing conditions. So that is something that this app offers you if that's something you're interested in, but as far as just the daily use in your home, I find them to be very similar. Another difference I noticed between these two devices is that, like I mentioned before, the DREO one has a little aroma tray in the back of it that you put your essential oils on, whereas this one, you put it actually in the base of it. So let me shut this off. Basically right here below this, that's where you put your essential oils. So you don't actually set your essential oils in here because, again, I think it just is bad for it over time keeping your essential oils in there. So you only put it in the base of this. So that one you're putting the essential oils directly into the water. This one you're just putting on a little tray table pad. So I don't know the difference. Again, I haven't had these for a long time, so I wouldn't be able to tell you if one breaks before the other one because of using essential oils, so I can't really verify that. Obviously too, the LEVOIT one has this kind of foggy case, whereas the DREO one is clear. I don't think I have that much of a preference. They both look very similar. They both have white features on them. So to me, the design is very similar. I don't really have a favorite when it comes to that. But the last difference I noticed between them is the DREO one is actually $10 cheaper at the time of this recording. So this one at the time of the recording is priced at $60 and the DREO one is priced at $50. So it's $10 cheaper, and it offers you a lot of the same functions as the LEVOIT one. So that's kind of a little bit of a comparison just so you have an idea about what this DREO one is like compared to some of its competitors. Okay. Also, something else I wanted to let you know is before this one, I just had a little teeny, like an essential oils little diffuser, and this thing works probably 50 times better than that one. There's so many different settings that I appreciate with this. It's a larger reservoir, so it lasts so much longer. It also has different control functions to put a timer on it, and it will shut off after it reaches the specific humidity level that you want it to be at. So this has way better features and functionality than my tiny one as well. So I'm actually really pleased with this compared to my old one, and that's kind of the main reason why I wanted to upgrade. So there it is. That's the DREO Humidifier. If you're interested, I'll put a link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this gave you a little more insight on the product. So have a good day.